Welcome back to Richmond, Virginia, and inside of City Stadium. It's the Kickers and Spokane Velocity. The #1 team in the league has made the trip down to take on Richmond. Let's take a look at the starting lineups of these two sides. First, the home lineup of the Kickers. Lots of guys to keep an eye on. Terzagi's been so good. Our player to watch before the break, if you weren't with us, was number 9 up there, Joshua Kirkland, near the top right of your screen. I'd also recommend keeping an eye on O'Dwyer, and in goal is Sneddon, who's been so good all year long. I'll tell you more about my conversation with head coach Jared Sawatsky. And our player to watch during the pregame was Morancio. He's been so good in goal, leading the league with clean sheets with 5. The head coach, Lee Wiedemann, who is an absolute genius on the whiteboard. That's a look at your starting lineups. The 4-2-3-1, the 4-3-4. Keys to the game in this match, they've got to make up for Darwin Espinal being out. He's unavailable for this one. He is tied in the Golden Boot race with Anwar Pelaez, who's not in the starting lineup. He's on the bench to start this match for Spokane. Richmond's going to have to control the ball early. They can't let Spokane get out ahead. Spokane will have to keep that back line strong. For most of the year, Richmond has led in scoring, but right now they're tied with who else? The Velocity. And Spokane has been good. They've been so successful. They're going to have to extend their winning ways, keep the streak going. They're unbeaten in 4 of their last 5, and they're going to look to keep the magic alive on the road in Virginia on this beautiful field at City Stadium. On the left, wearing red kits, the Richmond Kickers. On the right, the #1 team in USL 1. Spokane Velocity. I'm Gabriel Fry. Welcome inside of City Stadium for a barn burner of a match. Buckle your seatbelts because we are underway with this one on ESPN. Floated long. This one rolls through. Kickers trying to control. Knocked out of the air, and now Richmond has possession. Our player to watch, Kirkland, the homegrown. Knifing his way down into the wing, around a defender, but on the inside, taken away. Well played by the Velocity. The Virginia side club stitches a pass down the touchline. Fitch gets it right back. 2 defenders, tackled away initially. Going down and fighting this back to his teammate. 7 Kickers and the #1 Spokane Velocity. Spokane knits one pass along the side of the pitch, all the way back towards midfield. Velocity push it down the touchline, long floater controlled but misfired. Simon Fitch, the right back from Richmond, lets that roll off. Lifelong part of the Richmond soccer community. He played for the Kickers youth teams. Featured in a first-team exhibition against Swansea City AFC in 2017 before starring in college at VCU. And Fitch, now a member of the Kickers. First set piece of the match for Spokane, and the Velocity specialize in capitalizing on these opportunities up and down the field. In the 5th minute, rolled down the end line, pushed to the edge of the wing. Velocity try this for the penalty spot. The header, Sneddon swats it away, put back away, and this one rolls off. What a save by James Sneddon. Lights out to get us started. That was incredible. Fully extended, another Richmond native. Back underway, Velocity to midfield. Lewis. Across the top of the center field circle. Fernandez tries the air ball. Richmond has gone 1-6-0 in 1-goal matches. Mentioned as we got started during our pregame, Richmond really can't afford to go down early. Taken away, looked like they had it for a moment. Now as he slides under the ball, Adahan's going to send that their way. We'll peek at it. Watch his boots. O'Dwyer let that go. Interesting collection by Emiliano. The center forward from Buenos Aires, Argentina, creates a prime scoring chance for the Kickers of Richmond. This is Seufert. Developed as a youth with SC 1910. Kafferdal and Waldorf Mannheim before joining the academy at Kaiserslautern Made his pro debut there back in 2017. He'll be the one to deliver midway through our 19th as Yaya is directing traffic on the edge of the 18. A three-man wall in his way. Seufert strikes this, floated to the spot, header, and this one off the top of the twine. Carlos Merencio Valdez watches that sail by. Couldn't quite get the touch he needed. Another look. Great delivery by Seufert. He placed that again. And the redirection from Barnathan is off the mark. He looks disappointed, but that's a great effort. 20th minute, deadlock between these two sides. It's Spokane and Richmond in USL 1 play. So glad you're with us. This has been great so far. In trouble, they'll go backwards. Spokane perfectly evolving and changing shape. Sned lets one go. Here come the Red Kids, some space this time. Intercepted. On the halfway line, Spokane, he's got some space, leaves it off down into the wing, up along the touchline, shot, this one deflected away, out front, trying to clean it up, and the howitzer goes wide. Wants to draw the pen, and Yaya won't give it to him. 22nd minute, Brett tried to put that back with a great shot. What an opportunity for Spokane, and it all came from a stick at midfield. Left it off to the far side. He's got a ton of room, fired the shot, saved by Snedden, and on the putback by Brett, it goes wide. He was wide open and free to score, just couldn't put it home. Goal kick for Snedden and his Richmond kickers. What a run by John Brown. Played forward by Reedy. Pierre taken down. Told me that travel's the worst he's dealt with. Long delivery. Spokane tries to send it inside, sidesteps a defender, a handoff, and this one collected. Towards the wing they go. Down to the corner. Spokane tries, knifes around one defender, left off, tried to fire the shot, and he couldn't get a boot on it. Recollected on the penalty arc. Spokane fires through traffic, just wide of the right stick for the Velocity. Sequence for Spokane, somehow able to get around the defender. Left off, he missed the ball. Would have been a great shot. Stopped on the penalty arc, left it off. Collin takes a missile. Waldick will deliver from in front of our assistant referee, Aaron Riley. Waldick bends this spot. This one headed over the top, and he can't believe it. Falls to his knees. Velocity watch as this goes off. Spokane will throw in quickly. Lucky Opara. And that will be the conclusion of our first 3/4 of an hour of regulation. But welcome inside of City Stadium. It's Pro Side Soccer on ESPN. Terzaghi got us started and bent long immediately by the kickers. Spokane. It's John Brown. From midfield. Heeled across and now rolled back to the center field circle. Lewis tries the wing. He's got help there from Opara. Lucky the bend and through the 6-yard box on the backside. Top shelf, bang! Spokane breaks it wide open and makes it 1-0 immediately to start the second half of play.
Spokane goal in the 46th minute by number 9.
What a start to the second half, as it's the first of the year for Nico Brett.
Your attention, please.
The former Robert Morris standout, who came from Memphis 901 FC, scores the goal to make it 1-0 Spokane. Ball went into the wing. Opara out of position. The Velocity lead the Kickers. Richmond will now have to respond if they want to even play to a draw. Spokane's got it again. Long ball over the top. Snedden was out of position and just pushed into the dasher boards behind the twine. Just a minute and a half into the second half. Velocity bend this down inside, headered, and it's loose as it sails over the top. Yaya is standing back and letting them work. Spokane, the signal, bent over the top. This one headered and goes well wide over the end line. Velocity trying to argue for it, but John Brown will watch as this one goes to the corner. Waldick sent that, well played. Miller with a header. And Spokane gets the corner. Luis, as we're about to begin the 65th minute of play. Yaya's got some work to do inside before delivering the signal. Delivered long, 6-yard box, headed to the backside, and this sails over the top of the twine. Remains 1-0. Luis placed that very well, and some help for the Kickers. Pelaez has now appeared in every match this season. He's a product of the Portland Timbers Academy. Seufert in the 77th. Bent into the area. Kickers, this one headed out into the wing, and Spokane's got it rolling their way. Long strike of the ball through traffic. Gets around the final defender. Spokane free and running. He's back in the way, down into the area. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Cuts inside, fires a shot, and the Kickers have this cleared by Franca. Let's look at it again. Beckett Howe gets back, and that's just enough help to slow him down. Fires an absolute blast, and Snedden is there, parked on the edge, batters it down. Way to stay with it. And I'll remind you again, that's a homegrown. It's been a really, really nice couple of weeks for soccer in America. The Club World Cup, outdrawing top leagues globally in attendance. Love to see it. 78th minute. Side of the pitch, halfway line. Bowled over. For complete USL TV listings. And there's probably our final change of the match for the Velocity and Kickers as we've nearly played our 2 minutes of stoppage time. Marcelo Zahn, the man from Middleton, Massachusetts. 25-year-old midfielder. Thrown long, battled along the touchline. Kickers, locked up Spokane. Roll this out to midfield. It's taken by Richmond, but too little, too late. Spokane plays to a 1-0 win on the road to extend their league-leading 25 points out to 28.